I'll be teaching you how to make the beautiful handbag. This is the old one that I'll be using. All these designs that I want to show you how to design this front side for this live video today. Thank you for stopping by on my live video today. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And also a welcome address to all my newly subscribers. Don't mind me. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful school bag. You can use fabrics, you can use jean material, you can also use leather. But on today's video, I'll be using leather. I'll show you how you can get, when you see this type of bag, somebody's carrying a bag, you just see the bag, you know that the bag is so beautiful, you don't know how to sew the bag, just use your eyes and just get the measurement from the bag. When you go home, you can even use your clothes or any fabrics to sew the bag. So let me show you the measurement, how you can get this shape here and every other thing on this bag. Now let me show you now. For me to get this design, I need to turn it, but I don't want to turn it. What will I do? I'll measure it from here. When you see, you notice that this cord here, this cord that is round this way. When I want to measure it now, I'll place it on this one, this front side first. I'll keep it this way. I notice that the measurement is 9.5 inch. So the measurement that is 9.5 inch now, what will I do? I'll add extra 1 inch. Because when you turn this bag this way now, you notice there is extra bag inside. The one that I sewed inside here. So for me to get the measurement, the accurate measurement for this one, I need to add like 1 inch because I measured it from the front side of the bag. But assuming I measured it inside this way, I will not add anything at all. Please don't mind the noise, it's my kids. So remember, this is the we are on holiday, so they will make noise. Just don't mind them, just focus on what I'm teaching. So when you see this kind of a thing, just put it this way. The measurement from the front side, just is this one, I have not gone to this, is 9 inch. I'll add extra 1 inch. Sorry, is 9.5 inch. Can you see where I stopped? 9.5 inch. Then I'll add extra one that will making it 10.5 inch for this side. Then coming up here, I will not measure from here because when you look at this bag very well, you notice that it's cut here. So I will not start from here. I will start from here first because they cutted this side out. So what will I do now? I'll measure from here. I'll put the leather, the measuring tape straight this way. Then the measurement now is 12 inch. I'll add extra 1 inch. Have you seen it? So what I'll be using now is 10.5 inch by 13 inch. That will be the measurement from the front side for the bag. So let me go ahead and cut the front side. After cutting the whole of this front side now, I'll cut these patterns, these designs here. I'll cut it out. So let me go ahead and cut it out first. I will show you how you will curve the upper side of this side, how you will curve it. So let me go ahead and cut it out now. This is the fabrics that I'll be using. It is black in color and it's very thick and very strong. So I will not be adding so many things on this bag because the leather that I'm using is strong. The only thing I will add when I will come to the back of the bag, I will add something like foam. But here now, I told you the measurement I'm using is 10.5 inch. If I want to increase it to 11 inch, I can do that. But after sewing the bag, it might be so big. But what I will do now is to add 10.5 inch. But let me show you something before they put this lining. So I need to increase it more. So when I will sew all this side, the measurement will still remain 9.5 inch. So what I will do now is to add extra 0.5 inch or 1 inch. The measurement I told you before is 10.5 inch. Okay, now I'll be adding extra 1 inch, making it, I will be adding extra 0.5 inch, now making it 11 inch. So what I'll be using on this bag now is 11 inch by 14 inch instead of the 13 inch I told you before. But we want to add it extra, have just 1 inch. But now I'm adding upper this side, it will be 14 inch, and this side now I'll be using 11 inch. So let me go ahead and show you how you will curve here after getting the this front side from my cutting. So let me go ahead and cut it out. I will draw the measurement first. I told you the measurement is 11 by 14 inch. Please don't mind the noise. Can you see? Please remember, my name is Keneshi Ume Ogwajo, the bag making tutor, and I'm from Nigeria, Anambra State, Ekulobia precisely. Please, can I know where you are watching me from? Thanks so much for stopping by. Remember, the measurement I'm using is 14 by 11 inch. So this is 14 by 11 inch. So don't mind me, I'm just using just my hand to draw the straight line. If you want to do your own, you can go ahead and use your ruler to make it to be straight. Then I don't want to stress myself using my ruler or my pen to draw the curve here. I'll place this one on top of this. For me to get this curve now, I'll place this one on top of this one. Are you seeing what I'm doing? So this is the material that I'll be using and this bag. So I'll place it on top of this one this way. I want to get the main curve as the same curve with this one. I'll place it on top of it, then I'll use it to curve it. So this is the curve now. This is the curve. So now I'll cut it out this way. So after cutting out this side, I don't need to curve down here. Let me show you something on the bag. When you see this bag now, you notice that this side is straight cut. It's straight cut because I'll still add something here after sewing this side. So this side now is a straight cut. So what I will do now is to make it to be straight. I don't need to cut it at all, but I will make a small curve. I will make a small curve that looks this way, just small curve this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll stop at the middle of the bag. I'll place this side this way. I'll just fold it this way now. But let me go ahead and curve this side very well. So after that, I'll place it this side this way. So it will be this way now. Then I'll go ahead and draw the same. I'll draw the same thing this way. Then I'll come down this side and I'll also draw the same thing here. So it will be this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please, if you are confused on any side, just go ahead, feel free and ask your questions. I'm here to answer you. So now this is the shape of the front side for the bag. It will be this way. The reason why I use the bag is to get the actual measurement that they used for the bag. And you see, so after getting it this way now, the next thing I will do is to get this design that is in front of this bag. That's the designs, all this design here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you see the upper side of this one now, you notice that is they cut it into 3 pieces. They put they put cord here. But when you see on my thumbnail, you notice that I put zip here. I don't know whether if you like for me to put the zip or just sew it this way. I want to hear from the comment section so that I'll go ahead. Now, after sewing this one this way, after this one now, let me go ahead and cut it out here. So what will I do? I'll go ahead and measure it from this bag. That this bag here now. Let me measure this place. I'll measure it straight. So they cut out 4 inch down here. Then coming here is just like a half inch from the curve. So let me go ahead and do my own the same way. So I'll measure out. They measured 4 inch, but I'm adding my own half inch, making it 4.5 inch. So it will be this way. Getting the middle of this one here, I told you what I used here is 11 inch. So it will be 5.5 inch. That will be the middle. So this is the middle now. Now from the middle, I will draw a curve. I will show you if I want to measure out here, I'll measure half inch here. That is where my curve will stop. And I will come here again, I will measure half inch. But if I cut this side and reach at the middle of this one, then I'll use it to cut this side out. Then I'll draw a curve from here. You can use your compass, or you can use any other thing that looks curved for you. But sometimes I usually use my hand to curve my bag, and it will be the same thing. So it will be this way now. So what I will do now is to use my scissors and cut it out. So coming to the middle of this one, I'll place it this side also to make sure that two of them are equal. I'll place it out this way, then I'll go ahead and cut it out also. So I'll keep this one aside. Then coming to this side now, I'll still show you what they did here. Let's go ahead and measure out from here to here to know what they cut out here. Let's go ahead and measure it out. And I think that measurement will be 2 inch. So this is 2 inch. So this is 2 inch now. What I will do is to measure out this one here also. This is 2 inch. So from here to here is 2 inch. Down here is also 2 inch. So I will go ahead and measure out from here. So this is 2 inch. Then down here, I will also measure out 2 inch here. Then I'll go ahead and curve it and join it down on the 2 inch that I measured down here. So it will be this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So it will be this way. Then I'll go ahead and place it here this way also. I'll place this side. I'll place it this way now. So then I will use my pen and draw the same curve here. Then I'll cut this side out also. So I'll keep these two aside. Then the remaining, the middle, they cut out the middle. That is this way. Remain this middle, I'll cut it out also. So I'll place it this way now to make sure they are equal. If they are not equal, I'll still redraw so many things. As you can see, this side and this side are not equal. This side is bigger than this, so I will use my pen to reshuffle it very well. So I want to get the middle for this side, and this is the middle. So this is the middle here. So I remove some parts that are redrawn. Then I'll cut this side. So this is how this one will be. The remaining the upper side, this side now. Remaining the upper side. So now, after cutting it out this way, I'll go ahead and keep it by the side. Then I'll cut this one. So what I will do now is to get the middle of this one this way. So getting the middle of this, sorry for wasting your time small. This is the middle, getting the middle of this one now. I'll use this one, I'll turn it here, touching the middle. I'll turn this side this way also, touching the middle this way. So it will be this way. I'll cut this side. Remember what I did is to touch this side at the middle here. Then I'll touch this side also, the same middle here. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out. So it will be this way. So let me show you the shape of the bag that I've cut out so far. This is the shape of the bag. So this is the shape of the bag. Sorry, I'll turn it over this way. So this one will be here. And this one will be this way. So this is the shape of the bag we cut out now. This is the shape of the bag. So let me show you the shape of this one. You see it is the same thing with this. So this is the shape they used, and this is the one that I've cut out now. I cutted out this one, and this is their shape. So if I want to sew it now, I'll sew this one and this together. I'll sew this and this together first. I'll keep it aside. I'll add cord here as they did on their own. Then coming down here, if I want to add cord on my own, I'll go ahead and add cord. They did not add cord here, but if I want to add cord now, I'll go ahead and cut the cord, add the cord. Then I'll add cord on this one. If I want to add cord, I'll add cord again. It makes it to stand very well if I add cord. If I don't want to add the cord, it will be this way. The same thing they did here. So now let me go ahead and join all of them together. Did you like me to add the zip here? They did not add zip here, oh, they just add the cord. But on some of my bags, I like adding cord on my own. I like adding zip on my own, so let me go ahead and do that. So now the first thing I will do is to add sew these two together first. Let me keep this ones aside. I'm still coming on this one, so I'm still coming on this. Please, sorry, I'm still having a small problem with my threads. Let me go ahead and gather it together first before sewing it, so that I will not have problem with the machine while sewing it. So now I'll sew this one this side. I'll join two of them together this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew it together. I'll also tell you the reason why they cutted it out this way. You know, if you not cut this side out, it doesn't mean, but it means somehow. But I will show you, I will tell you the reason. Please remind me if I forget, I will still tell you that if you remind me of that. So now I'll hold all of them together this way and sew two sides. So now after sewing it, it will be this way. So it will be this way now. Then I will keep it aside and go ahead and sew the other sides. For this one and this side now, I'll go ahead and join two of them together this way. I'll go ahead and join two of them together this way. You know, I can add cord on leather like this material. If I like, I'll add it here. But let me go ahead and sew it this way, or should I add the cord or the leather? Okay, let me go ahead and show you how I'll add the leather here. So this is the leather that I'll be using. I'll just using like a half-inch leather to sew this side. So now I'll fold it this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew it now. It will be like a cord on the back. It will be like a cord. So now I'll place it here. I'll give like 1 inch up before, as in the space of 1 inch before adding it this way. So then after that, I'll join it together with this one. I'll join it this way. Then I'll sew two of them together. So after sewing it, it will be this way. Can you see? Then I'll go ahead and add cord here, as in the leather that I'll be representing cord. I will not be adding cord inside the leather. I'll just add a normal leather here. So let me go ahead and cut out the leather that I'll be using. That is 1/2 inch leather that I'll be using. So this is the 1/2 inch leather that I'll be using. So I'll add it here. So I'll go ahead and add it here this way. Then I'll go ahead and add this side also. So after sewing it, it will be this way. Then I'll go ahead and add this one that will be here. I'll go ahead and add this. I'll start from this side to add this one. So I'll join it this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew it. this is how this one will be after sewing this side. This is how it will be. Then remaining part of this side, I'll cut it after sewing the other side. So I'll go ahead and add this side also. So after sewing it, it will be this way. And you see that, so I'll go ahead and cut this side out so that all of them will be equal. So this is how it looks like after sewing this side. So now I'll go ahead and add cord on this one. I'll go ahead and add cord on this one. Remember, this one will be this way. Remember, this one will be this way now. So it will be this way. Can you see? It will be this way. So I'll go ahead and add cord here. If I like, I'll add the zip. That will be bucket here, but no need of that. So I'll add cord, then I'll sew all of them together. So the cord I'll be using is the same leather I used. This one that I'll be using as a cord here. I don't want to add the main cord. I'll just use the leather to represent cord here. So let me go ahead and cut out 1/2 inch leather that I'll be using as a cord though. So now I'll be using this as a cord here. So let me go ahead and join it here before adding it that side. So after sewing it now, it will be this way. Let me sew this side to make it a little more stronger. So after sewing this one, this way, I'll go ahead and get the middle of this one here, the middle of this. Make sure these two lines together, the lines together here. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the middle. So this is the middle of this. I'll do the same thing here, and this is the middle of. So I'll start from the middle to sew this side. I'll sew this side so that extra one here I'll cut it out. But assuming I start from B, smaller or bigger than this side. So I like starting from the middle to sew it this way. So I hold the two middle together this way, then I'll go ahead and sew it. Then I'll go ahead and sew this side. So after sewing it, this is how it will be. You see, let me show you the bag that I use. You notice that all of them are the same thing. So this is the one that is sewed, and this is my own. I didn't know the same thing. The only difference is just that I did not add cut here, and I added cut on this one, and I added cut on this side. So the next thing I will do is to put my own design. This one they used, I will put my own here. Then I'll go ahead and cover it with lining. After I'll cover it with lining, then I will also go ahead and add this side before adding this one. So let me go ahead and do that immediately. So I'll go ahead and add lining on this one now. So this is the lining that I'll be using. I'll use black lining for this also. So let me go ahead and cut out the lining. I'll place my leather this way, then I'll cut out the lining. Then before then, I'll go ahead and add foam if I want. I'll add foam here to make it to be more softer. This one is soft because they added foam. So let me go ahead and add foam on my own also. So this is the foam that I'll be using. This foam is good and a nice one. So I'll place it here this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the foam to make it to be softer. So if you want to sew any bag, make your own to be more unique than their own. I told you this leather is strong and thick, but I want to add the cord, the foam. The reason why I wanted to add the foam, this foam now, is to make the bag to be softer. So that's the reason why I want to add the foam here. So it will be here. Then I'll go ahead and sew it round. So after that, I'll go ahead and trim it out. So after sewing it, this is how it will be. Then the next thing I will do now is to use it and cut the upper side of this bag. This bag stay here, will not go out again so that I will not be disturbing me. Sorry. So I'll be using the upper side of this bag. For me to cut this side now, I need to place this one on top of the leather that I'll be using to cut out the upper side of the bag. So I want to use it to cut it out. So I'll place it here this way. Remember, if you see this measurement, you notice that it's 2 inch. This side is 2 inch and this side is 1 inch. Down here is 2 inch and up this side is a 2 inch. This side is 1 inch, sorry, and this side is 2 inch. So I'll be using 1 inch and 2 inch. The upper side and the side will be 1 inch and the upper side will be 2 inch. So let me go ahead and measure it out. So I'll draw the curve. Then I'll stop here. Then I'll use my hand to reshapen it very well. Then I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and measure out 1 inch down here as I told you. I'll measure out 1 inch this side. So coming here, that's this curve. So let me put this one this way so that we see what I'm saying. Coming to this one here, this side, I'll measure 1.5 inch here, 1.5 inch here. Then up here, I'll measure 2 inch. So coming up here, I'll measure 1.5 inch here at this sharp joint that's here. Then coming here, I'll measure 2 inch. So I'll use it to join it here. Then I'll measure 2 inch here. Then I'll also measure 2 inch here. Then I'll stop at the middle of this because if I cut out this one now, then I'll place it here. I'll use it to cut out this side. So it will be here this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'll stop at the middle, then I'll cut this side also. Then I'll stop at the middle of this one. So cutting this side so far, I'll place it, I'll fold this one this way to cut out the other side of this bag. So it will be this way. It will be this way. Then I'll use it to draw it again. So after drawing it, it will be this way. Then I'll cut it out. So after cutting it out, the shape will be this way. So it will be this way now. Can you see the shape? So the next thing I'll do is to add cord here, add zip on this one, then I'll join two of them together before cutting out the one that will be down here. When you see this, you notice that it's not down here, it stopped at this place. Then I'll add a leather here, but I don't want to add the leather until I add the zip, because when I add zip now, this one will increase with the measurement that from the measurement that I used before. So let me go ahead and add cord here. Remember, I'll add the cord. I'll using leather to cover the cord first before adding the cord here. Or I might say leave it like that without adding it with the leather, because I not cut out the leather. It will be wasting my time and your time also. So now let me go ahead and add the cord here. While adding the cord, I will not start from here. I'll give 1 inch before adding this cord. So after adding the cord, it will be this way. I told you I'll leave like half 1 inch down here before adding the cord. So if I'm sewing it now, the cord will be this way. I'll turn it this way, then I'll sew it and go down. So the next thing I'll do now is to add zip on the other one that I cutted out before adding the cord here. So this is this one now. So the first thing I'll do is to get the middle of this. To get the middle of this one, and this is the middle. So I'll hold the two, this middle this way, then I'll sew here. Let me show you what I want to do. This is this place here, this middle here. If you can see, they cutted it out or they folded the way I want to do it now before sewing it. So it will be this way. So it will be this way. Can you see? It will be this way as they did it here. So I'll fold it this way. I'll still fold it this way. Then I'll sew it straight. Then after this, I'll go ahead and add my zipper aspect of it. So this one will be this way after sewing it. So let me go ahead and add the zip. So I'll be using size 10 for the zips to make the bag to look unique. So this is the side that I'll be using for the bag. This is size 10 of the zip. Remember, the zip clothes have different size. It has size 3, size 5, size 6, size 7, size 10, and so on and so forth. But on this bag, I'll be using size 10 for the bag. So I don't need to add lining on this side, because when you look at this bag now, you are not seeing this place. So no need of adding my lining on this bag. So I'll just go ahead and sew it that way. Look at their own. They added lining, but I don't need to add line on my own because you will not be seeing it. Even when I open this one now, you will not be seeing the upper side of that side. That's the inner side. Are you seeing it? So no need of adding lining on that. Let me give you the secret. Instead of wasting your lining, just put it that way. But make sure that the material, the fabrics that you are using is strong. That's the main thing. So I'll go ahead and add zip on this one this way. So this is the zipper aspect of it. After sewing it, it will be this way. Then the next thing I will do is to use bias and cover here first. I'll cover here with bias before sewing it again. Let me go ahead and cover it with bias. I'll add bias here to cover it this way. I like facing the zip aspect of it at the front. You'll be facing me, so that if I'm adding the bias, I'll make sure it not touch here, so that if I want to open the zip, it will not be an obstruction to it. So I'll go ahead and add it this way. Remember, this is the back that we are sewing, and I'll sew the front. So after adding the bias, then I'll go ahead and add zip on the back. So this is the zip that I'll be using. So I'll go ahead and add it now. So this is how it will be after sewing it. Can you see? Then I'll go ahead and add it on this one now. I'll go ahead and add it on this one. So I was in the middle of this before. So this is the middle. Let me check again. This is the middle of this. I've gotten the middle before. So from the middle, I'll hold the middle of this one also. So I'll hold the middle of the zip. So now I'll just give it a small notch to get the exact middle that I need for the back. Then I'll join it together with this one. Remember, if I want to sew my back, I like using the side that I have cord. That is this side now. So that I'll be seeing the line that I sewed the cord. Then I'll follow it. So I'll stop here because I'll still add something here. Then I'll go ahead and sew this side also. I'll just fold it this way. Then I'll start from here to sew it. I told you I like sewing it from the side of the cord. That's why I'm doing it this way. So after sewing it, I'll turn it here this way now. So this is how it looks like after sewing this one. I see. Then the next thing I will do is to measure from here to here to know the measurements. Then I'll measure this side also. Then I'll measure this side of the zip from here to here to know the measurement also. So let me go ahead and measure it down. So the measurement for this side is 4 inch, and the measurement for this one now is 2 inch. So it will be 4 by 2 inch that I'll be using for that. Let me go ahead and cut it out. So the measurement that I'll be using is 4 by 2 inch. So I'll measure out 8 inch by 2 inch, then I'll cut it out. So this is 8 by 4 inch. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll also go ahead and cut this side out. So after that, I'll place it on this one, the good side, facing the good side. It will be this way. I'll go ahead and sew it. Then after sewing it this way, I'll also go ahead and fold it this way before sewing it again. I'll fold it this way, then I'll sew it again. I'll sew it double before joining it with the one I sewed already. So after sewing it, I'll turn it this way. I'll still turn it again this way. Then I'll go ahead and join all of them together. I will not allow the cord to end here. I'll bring it out this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew this one. Then I'll go ahead and sew this side also. Then after sewing it, I'll also fold it this way. Then I'll go ahead and sew this side. So after sewing it, I'll hold it together with this one also. Then I'll go ahead and sew this remaining side. So after sewing it, this is how it will be. Are you see? So the next thing I will do is to add use bias to cover here. I'll first of all cover here with the bias. So let me go ahead and cover it now. I told you I like covering the bias, seeing the zip so that I will know where I will stop. Should not be an obstruction while sewing or opening the zip. So I'm covering the bag with the bias now. So coming to the cuff side of this bag, I'll just give a notch on the zip. And you see what I'm doing? I'll give the small notch here. Then I'll come this side and notch here also. So after sewing this one, it will be this way. So this is the back. So now the next thing I will do is to measure out from here to here. I'll measure it out. That is this one here. So what they used here is a 2.5 inch. From here to here is 2 inch. So I'll add 1 inch, making it 3 inch. So I'm using 3 inch down here. So now let me go ahead and measure out here. I'll tell you the measurements. So the measurement here is three. The measurement here is 13 inch by 3 inch that I'll be using here. So I'm using 13 inch by 3 inch here. So let me go ahead and cut it out now. I'll go ahead and measure 13" by 3". So after measuring it, I'll go ahead and cut it out this way. So now I'll sew this one this way. So let's check whether this one entered here. So it is down here. I checked whether this one stopped here, but it's down. So let me go ahead and add my own. So before then, I'll go ahead and add cord here. I'll also add cord here. So let me go ahead and add the cord. So I will cover the cord with the same leather, or I will even add the leather without adding cord here, because it's the same thing with this one. But for this one, the added cord, but I might just decide to add the leather without adding the cord. When I add the leather without adding the cord, you won't even notice that I did not add cord here. As you see this one now, you will not know this is only leather. I did not add the cord. This is only leather. I did not add cord. So when I add only leather here, you will not even know. When I add cord, you will not even know. So let me go ahead and add only leather there. So I'm measuring ½ inch by 13". So let me go ahead and cut it out. So now I'll fold it this way, like it looks like cord. Then I'll go ahead and add it here. So after adding this one, you see it looks like cord, but there's no cord inside. It's just only leather, but it looks like cord because the leather is thick. Then I'll go ahead and join this one here. Sorry, the thread that is in lila are finished, so I changed it. or it cut out some parts, so I will press it again. So after sewing it, it will be this way. So this is how it will be. So this is how it will be. So let me replace this one with another pillar. I'll still resew this one again to make it to be more stronger. So after sewing it now, it will be this way. Can you see? It will be this way. So I noticed that the back is too long. So this is number one. I'll still add this one here. That is the upper one, this side, before adding this. So I need to reduce it that from here. So I'll reduce like 1 inch from here. So let me go ahead and do that. So for this one, I'll curve it. I'll use my scissors and curve it here. So I have cut this side. I'll turn this one and fold it so that I'll use it to curve this side also. So I'll use it to curve it. So after covering the two, this is how it looks like. This is the bag. Is it not beautiful? Please, I want to hear from comment section if there is any question, any correction. If there's any question or any correction you want to make, just go ahead and give me a thumbnail or just like the video, then share it, hit on notification bell. So next time, as I'm coming next time, I'll go ahead and sew the remaining side. What I'm supposed to do now is to cover here with a lining. I'll cover here with the lining. Then after covering it with the lining now, I'll add the cord that will go around. Then after adding the cord, then I'll cut out this one that I've cutted out here. I'll still cut it out again. The one that will be upper side, which will be 3 zip, 1, 2 with the bigger one. So the next time tomorrow, that is tomorrow, I will go ahead and sew the remaining side of the bag. Thanks so much for watching this video today. Thank you so much. Please like video, share it, hit on notification bell so each time we upload a new video you'll be notified. Thanks so much for watching my video today. Thank you. I still remain the bag making tutor Kelechi Ume of Ajo. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.